Hey everyone, it's Miss Kaylee, and for today's online art attack, I'm going to show you how to make a really cute salt painted card. So you're going to need some thicker paper. It doesn't have to be cardstock, but you definitely want something a little more thick than computer paper because we're going to be using glue and water and paint. And it's going to be a really heavy amount of medium on the paper. You're gonna need a tray of some sort. I'm just using an old cooking tray. You're gonna need salt, some watercolors, some water, and glue. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by doing like a paint splatter technique first, because I kind of want it to look a little bit like confetti. I'm gonna go in with yellow first. We're just gonna wet it. Really wet it. And I'm gonna do the yellow near the middle of the card. So be careful when you splatter this that you don't get it all over your table. Okay. And now we're gonna go in with orange. And then red. And now on the other side, we're going to do green, blue, and purple. Okay, and then I'm just gonna, I don't like how much the yellow sort of got drowned out, so I'm going to add more yellow in the center. So that is your first step, is to add this sort of paint splatter technique. Now, of course this is optional, but I just think it's a nice added effect. Right, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to really water down the paints and very lightly do kind of an outline of the letters. And I'm going, like I said, I'm going to do this so light because I kind of want it to be more like a shadow. So we're just gonna really water it down, and I'm just testing it out on a paper towel before I actually go in with it. And this is gonna be covered up with the glue. But sometimes if you don't put like a thick enough layer of glue, it sort of just gets drowned out. So I like putting down some color first, just to be safe. And I'm just gonna go in with a wet brush and just sort of add to these real quick. and the purple is going to be an exclamation point. So now we've got most of the paint done with, so now we're going to go in with glue and just go in the middle of these letters. So I'm going to start with the red, and I want little dots at the top of these. I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to just follow this with the glue. It's okay if it's a little uneven. Not a big deal. The glue sort of like spreads out a lot, so. And then if you miss any spots with the glue, you have that color underneath to still stand out and make it look legible. I'm gonna let that glue get a little sticky, and then we're gonna go back in, and what we did with the letters, we're gonna do with the glue. But first, the fun part, we need to add the paint. And sometimes, depending on if your card is still wet, that salt will catch to the paint and stuff and sort of create this puffy effect, which I think is really fun. So now we're just gonna shake that off, and we're gonna add our paint. So gonna just clean our brush off a lot, and then go in with the yellow. So I want the yellow to be most pigmented, obviously where the L is. So you're just gonna sort of drip it on, and it kind of paints itself. You just have to add enough water to the brush. There's the yellow. So now we're gonna go in with orange. And then go in with the red. Now we're gonna go in with the green. And I'm not pressing on it, so I want the salt to stay in place. So, you know, very light amount of pressure. Right. And then we're just gonna go in with the purple. And then you're just gonna let that kind of drip down. It gives it a really fun effect. Probably should have showed you guys what it just did. That's why I kept it so wet. Obviously, if you wouldn't want to do this, apply less water, use just a little bit more pressure to sort of push it into the salt. Now I'm just going to take a wet paintbrush and kind of clean up the bottom. And then just because I kind of want the drips to be more consistent, I'm gonna add some more to the orange. And some more to that blue. Alright, and then you're just gonna set your card to dry, and then you can go in and decorate the inside. Okay, I hope you all liked this video, enjoyed making the card. If you make it, feel free to share it in the comments. Bye guys!